Good day, everyone. So, welcome to our subject speech and theater arts. So, supposed to be this is subject orientation. So, we will discuss today the course description and also the rules and regulations. What are the learning platforms that we will use for the whole semester? And of course, this includes the introduction to the subject matter. So, again, this is the proper orientation in our subject speech and theater arts. So I am Miss Regine F. Hernando and I will be your instructor to this subject. So what is this course description about the speech and theater arts? So this is course intended the students to learn the theory and practice of speech communication in order to develop proficiency in various interpersonal speaking situations, such as private and public speaking. So also, it will enable the students to develop their acting skills with emphasis on the development of the voice, articulation, and pronunciation of the theater production. So for the chapter 1, this we will talk about or we will discuss about the introduction to public speaking. So this will demonstrate knowledge of public speaking and principles and concepts. It will also apply knowledge of principles and concepts and imbibe the benefits of public speaking. For chapter 2, we have the building confidence. So this will build confidence through the following general methods and specific techniques. On chapter 3, we have here the speech and communication process. So we will determine the speech communication process, familiarize the speech mechanism components, and apply the speech mechanism process. For chapter 4, we will talk about the listening and speech criticism. So in here, we will develop skills in effective listening, realize the importance and process of listening, and apply the skills learned in certain scenarios. For chapter 5, we have the principles and characteristics of good speech. So we will identify the principles and characteristics of a good speech. We will also realize the importance and process of listening and apply the skills learned in a certain scenarios. And then for chapter 6, we have the principles of speech delivery. So in here, we will understand the principle of speech delivery and apply the principle in delivering a speech guided by criteria. So next is we have the chapter 7, which is the bodily actions in speech delivery. So in here, we will explain the role of facial expressions and eye contact in speech delivery and exemplify the role of posture, gestures, and movement in speech delivery. And the last one is apply the bodily actions in speech delivery. So now we will have our midterm examination. So for the midterm examination, the coverage is from the chapter 1 up to chapter 7. So for final examination, we will start discussing chapter 8, which is the elements of stage arts. So in here, we will identify the basic elements of theater, the elements of drama, and distinguish the difference between the theater and the drama. Next is the fundamentals of play, which is the chapter 9. In here, we will determine the fundamentals of play production and apply those fundamentals through criticizing a play of being watched. Next, chapter 11, which is the stage setting. This is, in here, we will identify the concepts of a stage setting, evaluate the function of a stage scenery, and differentiate the type of theater stages. For the chapter 11, so this will be the last chapter in our subject matter speech and theater arts, which is the stage lighting. So identify the different kinds of stage lighting and familiarize the necessary equipment in stage lighting and evaluate the basic lighting principles. So after the chapter 11, we will have our final examination. So the coverage of your final exam is starts from chapter 8 up to chapter 11. So those are the coverage, or these are the chapters covers our subject speech and theater arts. So the first question is, what is the mode of learning? So we will use the online platforms. So for quiz attendance, performance, and midterm and final examinations will be evaluated and monitored through using online platforms. So for quiz, we will be using the Google Forms, and for the communication, we will use the Messenger, and for the discussion, we will use YouTube. So I will record our discussion just like the orientation, and then I will send the link of our recorded discussion via YouTube. Next is what will you do as a student? So number one is you will religiously attend the online class in order to pass the subject. The schedule of an online class will consume of 1 hour, 30 minutes discussion, and 30 minutes quiz. So usually, this is not applicable most of the time. So, in most cases, I will send the link of the recorded discussion because some of the discussion consist of more than 30 minutes. So I will give you 1 day or 2 days to study and watch the recorded discussion, and then we will schedule our quiz. Next is study and pass the exams and quizzes. So just like the number one, you have to attend, meaning attend, you have to watch and study the recorded discussion. And after that, I will send the quiz, the link of the quiz, and you have to pass it. So if you have sickness or illness that prohibits you to use the online platform, you have to coordinate with your teacher. So in case you have illness or um, some cases na you cannot use the online platform, just message me in our official group chat. Next is the grading system. So 50% of your grade comes from the midterm and 50% comes from your finals. So 25% for quizzes and 25% for midterm examination. Same as for finals or same as for your final grade. Next is these are my rules. So number one is you have to follow my instructions intently. So attend the class regularly, and after the discussion, there's always a quiz. So please expect that after I send you the link of our recorded discussion, the following day or after 2 days, I will send the link of your quiz. So the midterm and final examination consists of 100 items, multiple questions. So please expect also that I am giving um, you the midterm consists of 100 multiple items. Next is I'm very strict with the schedules and deadlines, so most especially in our performance activity. So when I set deadlines, so you have to submit on or before the set deadline. So communications will be communicated using our official messenger group chat and no personal message. So let's go back here in the schedules and deadline. So I make sure that I give you enough time to make your performance activity and to submit your performance activity. So I don't want to hear any complaints that you have something to do with that, you have appointment and etc. That is the reason why you will not be able to submit the performance activity. So in here also, this is important reminders to everyone that I don't accommodate personal message. So if you have any concerns or you have any problems or questions, just chat it in our official group chat. Please, please, I'm begging, don't message me in my personal account. I don't accommodate personal message. So if you have any concerns, just chat it in our official group chat. If you message me in using our official group chat, please expect that I will reply back. But if it's personal message, please don't expect me to reply. Again, I don't accommodate personal message. Next is what happened if you didn't get quiz, midterm, or final examination on the set schedule. So when you miss a quiz, you have to wait for the announcement of your teacher if she will give you a chance to take the quiz. So most of the instances, I don't give second or third chances of taking the quiz. So if you will not be able to take the quiz on the said schedule, I am sorry to say that better take it on the next quiz. When midterm and the final examination, you have to wait for the announcement of the special exam schedule. So when it is midterm and final exam, usually I give special exam schedule once. So that's all for today's orientation about the speech and theater art subject. So again, if you have any questions, you have complaints, or you have clarifications, please do so, or please chat it in our official group chat. So welcome again to our subject. So see you guys.